Hi, welcome to Fun Science with Rohini. After Bovary, Sutton, and Morgan proved the chromosomal theory of inheritance, it was the turn of Griffith and Avery McLeod and McCarty to prove that the transforming principle is the DNA, and therefore DNA is the hereditary molecule, or the genetic information is carried by the DNA. Further proof of the same concept that DNA is the genetic material and not protein like was believed back then came from Hershey and Chase. Now, they performed a transduction experiment. A transduction is an experiment wherein a phage virus infects a bacterial cell. And to prove that it is the DNA that is passed on and DNA carries the genetic information, they did two sets of experiments. One in which they labeled the protein coat of the phage with radioactive sulfur, and the DNA was normal. The protein coat of the phage was radioactively labeled with sulfur, and then the transduction was performed. At the end of transduction, they did not find any radioactive sulfur molecule inside the bacterial cell. With this, they said that radioactively labeled sulfur protein was not sent into the bacterial cell by the phage, and therefore it could not help in the assembly of the phage. Therefore, it is not the genetic material. Protein is not the genetic material. Now, in the second set of experiment, what they did, they radioactively labeled the DNA using phosphorus. They used radioactively labeled phosphorus to label the DNA, and the protein coat or the phage protein was left untouched. And then again they performed this the experiment of transduction. The transduction was over, and at the end of the experiment, they found that radioactively labeled phosphorus was detected inside the bacterial cell, thereby proving that it is DNA that is passed on into the bacterial cell from the phage and not the protein. And because the phage passed its DNA, which was radioactively labeled with phosphorus, and that was detected inside the bacterial cell, it was confirmed that DNA is the genetic material and not protein. Thank you.